welcome. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of fun with stripes because so many stripes are out there for spring, and they're not about really changing the pattern. They're really more about just pattern placement on the fabric. So these are going to be quick for you to pick up because they're just pattern placement, and hopefully they're just some ideas that maybe you haven't thought of before. But if you ever Google garments with stripes, you'll see so many ideas that you'll probably go way beyond what I've gone here, and that's the hope. All right, so let me show you a few examples. This is a dress I made. This is Vince's dress, 4013 Vince's dress. And it's got all these cut up pieces. And so, of course, I cut them up. You can't see the bottom of the dress, but the teal color is at the bottom. So then what I did is picked up 196, which is the sweater set, or 196 is the four-way cardie, and just made a little wrap to go over it. And this gradiates. It gradiates all the way through the fabric. The stripe is really fun. Always when you're working with stripes, because you're turning them different ways, be careful of where your stretch is. And I'm going to come back to the top I have on and I'll kind of show you what I did because you have that option. So just be aware of that. This one then is the sweater set. And you've seen this before. All I did was, and we have this fabric now in a brown, which I absolutely love, especially since browns are a little more popular right now. But what I did is I just cut two slices in the pattern and inserted a piece of fabric. All right, so you're just going to insert this piece of fabric, make it as long as you want your stripes to be and the length of your sleeve. And then you're going to cut it and make the fringe. Now when you're cutting it, one thing you have to be careful of is you have to cut with the stretch. You don't have to cut perfectly by any means, but you have to cut with the stretch. So this particular fabric, to show you, it has stretch in this direction and limited in that direction. So your little fringe is going to go with the stretch. You're going to pull it, and it's going to make these fabulous little tubes. And I think tubes really do accentuate stripes. Fringe is so in right now that it really makes it a fun statement to have the stripes blend with the tubes. This is the sweater set. It's pattern number 195. And if you notice that dart goes right through the stripes, don't concern yourself with that. It's done commonly that way in ready to wear. I one time took a picture and showed it on Instagram just to show you all that this top did that. But I really think this fringe is a fun way to accentuate the stripes and really give it a different look. Whenever you're doing fringe, you want to make sure that your fabric has stretch, at least in one direction, obviously. And then also that you like both sides of the fabric. You wouldn't want to do it with the black and a white back. You know, whenever I start to say stuff like that, I think to myself, well, why wouldn't you? Rules are changing so quickly that we're so much more free to do anything we want to do. In this particular case, this is the one I have on. And this is a panel. So it's 1 yard panels. I use 2 yards. And so I obviously put the main down the front. Now I have on the sheath dress, 4218, the brand new knit sheath dress, but I cut off 10 inches. So it's not the dress, it's just simply a top that I'm wearing with leggings. So all I did was fold the pattern up, just measure 10 inches on all your pieces, and then you can lay them on the pattern, the stripe the way you want. And again, no pattern changes, I mean, except to shorten, but you can create so many different looks, great looks with stripes. In this particular case, the stretch of the fabric is with the stripe, so it goes across. So that means this stretch is going up and down, not around. So because when I make my sheath dress, I need stretch going all the way around with all the pieces, I went up just a little bit, not a whole size by any means, just on this middle piece. I gave it another little 1/4 inch all the way down this side panel right here. Not at the front, I didn't change the front, but I gave it a little more width through the panel here. And then the side pieces, obviously with this stripe, there's 2 stripes here. That's the direction of the stripe, I went around for the waist. Put that at the smallest part of your body because it will help you look your thinnest. And then I matched the sleeve up with it. So I took 1 yard for the white, and then I took 1 yard for the stripe down the middle. Now, for the back, there's always that question, and it's up to you. Do I want to get another yard, or do I want to do something else? And I obviously have enough yardage, but I wanted to do something else. So if you look in the back, what I did is I just put that zipper, and I just laid it right on and just stitched it on. Again, just for a different look, a little more unusual, and not the same as you might expect to see in the front. The most fun thing I really do think of with stripes is there's no wrong answers. There's so many fun things out there to do. I could probably show you 40 examples of stripes. They're just really fun to play with, but mainly they're so popular for spring that you ought to put some stripes in your wardrobe. All right? Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.